Oh, we're live. What's up, everyone? Good evening. Welcome to Gadget EDC. Mike's back with another one. Figure we kick off a late night live video before the Super Bowl. You know, we're in Missouri, so we gotta go root for those Chiefs. But for those that were watching last time, apologies, I had to cut it short. Had a little bit of a medical emergency at the house, but we got through it, and now we're back at it again. So wanted to get a quick video out since I won't be doing much recording as we get ready for the Super Bowl this weekend, but really wanted to talk through the 2025 EDC kit that I'm going to be rolling with this year. So I probably alluded to it in some previous videos. We talked about the Blackout Keychain. We'll do a little bit of a view of that today, but really was able to get out on the town today and pick up some new kit. I think the theme in 2025 is going to be really supporting local businesses. I truly believe that if you want businesses to be around, you have to support them. And what better way to do that than get out to Lowe's, get out to Bass Pro Shops, and get your EDC gear there. So want to give a huge shout out to the folks down at 511 here in St. Charles, Missouri. Tactical shit, super awesome folks over there. Had me hooked up as well. And then we got over to 511 as well and picked up some stuff. So it was a good day, but super excited to really just talk through some of the stuff that we're going to be working with this year. The big one is going to be the actual way that we're going to carry EDC this year. So saw some really cool videos. Shout out to Marine X and some others where they had some admin bags and some kit wallets that I thought were pretty cool. So I went out and did a little bit of shopping. I've got one on the way, but I picked up one at the local 511 here called the Flex Admin Pouch. So you all will see that. You probably saw that in the thumbnail. Big question mark is, hey, what do we have inside? But we packed this up with some goodies today. And, we're going to run with this year and see how it works out. So, without further ado, or before we kick off, please like and subscribe to the channel. Trying to grow this one as much as we possibly can as we take on these EDC adventures. So I will do a little bit of a switch up here and actually show you what I purchased and how it's all shaken out so far. So a little bit of a switcheroo, but we'll move over to 511's website. So Flex Admin Pouch, I had to go see it in person. That's the other thing about getting out to these stores too. Go see these things in person. I think that's ultimately the best thing that you can do for some of these companies. But got out there. They had different colors like black and green that were available. But really kind of fell into this one. So they had the Ranger green. Thought it looked pretty good. They had a larger one, which I think might be in the $50 range. This was $38. And also picked up a patch while I was there, so you probably see that right there. But yeah, I thought okay, let's ride with this and let's see what sort of kit we can get in there. And we went to some other stores and picked up some kit. And really the theme that you're going to see as I go through this is kind of downsizing as much as possible. I really like this because I can take this on the go, and before some of this was in my pocket, some of this was in a backpack. I like kind of keeping it compact like this. But yeah, let's pop it open and see exactly what we've got. All right, so check out the patches. Shout out to Tactical Shit. Some really cool patches they've got there. Tried to get some that were at least PG-13. So shout out to you guys. But let's open this up, and boom, here we go. Now I will say, interestingly enough, about the Flex Admin pouch, I do appreciate the ability to kind of like pop it out like this, and you can flip it on both sides. So I did see some reviews where the bungee piece made it a little bit awkward to maneuver, which I could see if like truly you're just kind of doing this all the time. But I actually thought this was pretty legit, being able to flip this on both sides. Super easy. You need to lay it out. You're doing some, sitting next to your laptop, or you need a little bit more compact. There you go. So, as you can see, we kind of went with the method of being as compact as we possibly could. So, one of the first things I'll pull out of here, and I'll pull all the stuff out. We did get the Gerber dime pocket multi-tool. So shout out to a previous viewer from France. He's like, hey Mike, usually these EDC channels we like to see things up close, so I'm getting up close and personal here. But 12-in-1 multi-tool here, and again, super compact, keeping it super simple. So I think multi-tool definitely checks a box for this year's EDC that we're going to be carrying every day. Next up, we have picked up a knife while we were out there at Bass Pro Shops. So we've got the Kershaw Misdirect assisted opening folding knife. Really smooth knife here. Again, just started messing with it today, but good feel in the pocket. Tip up, once it's going down into your pocket. And pretty stellar knife. I'm liking this so far. It's reverse Tonto, stainless steel, 4CR14 blade material. But yeah, this one, I love the machine finish. It's really nice. So, this one, what I picked this up for, was very reasonable. This was $27.99. No complaints at all. But again, something that I could leave in my kit and not worry about, and again, keep it out of my pocket for now, and all in one place. So we'll set that aside here. Next, coming out of the bag is the Rite in the Rain pin. So I went orange because, folks, I lose pins like nobody's business. So this came in a 2-pack. These were a little pricey. I was really surprised. $15.99. I used to buy these when I was in the Army, just because, hey, you're always out in the woods and whatnot. But I'll be honest with y'all, I never ran into a situation where I needed to write in the rain. But hey, I figure it's super durable. We'll see how it all shakes out. But got that, and really just orange because I always drop stuff and lose stuff and want to try to keep track of that. I do like how, like, there's this bungee right here. There's obviously a ton of things that you could put in here that would be important. I thought what would be important would be the actual notebook. So Rite in the Rain universal all-weather notebook here. Your standard spiral notebook, but I'll tell you all the reason that I got this, and I was actually watching an interview of the OpenAI CEO, and he had a really cool way of taking notes during meetings. So he uses a small spiral notebook like this, and essentially the meeting notes are isolated to a single or multiple pages, and essentially what it does is it becomes a checklist once you're all done. So like he mentioned, hey, I've got some do outs, I've got some important things that came out of the meeting, and then by the end of the day, after multiple meetings and or discussions, I've got multiple sheets just kind of like lining up on my desk that essentially turn into to-do lists. which I thought was pretty clever. And then once he finishes up, whatever those tasks are or whatever follow-ups he had to get done, he just balls it up. And he said he throws it on the floor, but yeah, you just get to ball these things up and move on. Hey, task complete. So really was impressed with that method there. And that's why I've been sticking to these notebooks. So I've got one here. I keep another one in my backpack and also one in my back pocket just in case, I'm running into folks and we have one of those ad hoc meetings. So spiral notebook is a must for me, definitely a part of the daily carry. Next up, we've got our CTL 300 lumen rechargeable LED Penlight. So 300 lumens here. Really quality material. I was impressed by it. It's got let's find it here. Move this out. So as you can see, it's got the USB-C charging port. They give you a USB-C to USB cord to get that done. But yeah, pretty straightforward. It's compact, fits into a nice smaller, EDC kit bag like this, kind of snug there. And yeah, I think, checking another box on the list, like, hey, definitely have a knife. I'm sorry, not a knife, but a light available. You just never know when you're going to need it. And I think it just makes 100% sense to have that as a part of your everyday carry. Special mention for sure, AG Russell Knives out of Arkansas. Purchased a knife from them maybe a week ago and just got it in today. So I did get the Buck Spitfire. Super excited about this. Again, came in today. Super quality knife. Feels really good in the hand. Feels good in the pocket. Quality build. Yeah, I was impressed with this one. So it's a little bit bigger than the Kershaw. If we go side by side, and let me try to set these next to each other, so you'll see that that Buck is just a little bit taller. We're at approximately 6 inches, fully open with the Kershaw. So I'd say we are probably 6.5 with the Buck Spitfire. So yeah, I've got both of these in the kit. Most likely I would just do one, and most likely I'll do the Kershaw moving forward just because it's more compact. But we are going to give this a spin a few times. I'll probably rotate these out, as everyday carries. So I was really trying to make sure this time with some of the knife purchases that these were like tip up once you put them into your pocket. So yeah, I had to do a little bit of diligence as we picked these up to make sure that those met that standard as we were pulling them up. So knives, multi-tool, light, got a pen, pad. Next up, we've got the iPad case. I'm sorry, the iPad. Jeez, I can't talk again. The Airpod case. So this one's a little bulky. I think if I took this, case off, it'd probably be a little bit better of a fit in here. But so far, it's working itself out. And yeah, that's kind of the last piece as to what we have in there right now. And as you can see with these pockets, there's plenty of room for more stuff. Again, we had 2 knives in here, and I think you could definitely put more in here. However, this looks pretty slim, so I'm gonna be interested in seeing exactly, hey, over time, is this going to stretch? Or are we going to stay pretty limited? As you can see there, super slim. But we'll look at the backside too. So we've got the Molly webbing as well. And this also came with an additional attachment for the front. So basically like 2 Velcro strips that have these Molly sort of webs in it as well. So you can actually replicate this part right up front. So I don't know why you would do that. I'll have to mess with it a little bit, but I do anticipate that I'm going to take these off. I don't really plan on putting this on any sort of kit anytime soon. However, my Unicorn 2.0 backpack, I do have some molly webs on the inside, so maybe something to consider. You know, if I did have it up against something, then, you know, kind of easy to just be another pocket within the backpack. So you know, one honorable mention that I've got in here as well is I lose stuff like nobody's business, man. Maybe I hit my head too many times jumping out of planes, but I've got the AirTag here. So so yeah, we got that plugged in, got that synced to the phone, and surprisingly it just kind of stays tucked away in there. No issues. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. I've been, you know, out on the road a couple times today, you know, with it, and, you know, just kind of stuck it in the console in the Jeep when we were on the go. And yeah, so far it's working out well. This is gonna be kind of the, you know, big question mark for me, because I use the AirPods quite a bit. So, you know, am I gonna want to be going in and out of here, you know, to grab calls and things like that, or is that gonna stay in like the, you know, the jacket pocket or the pants pocket? You know, we'll see how that shakes out. But for now, I'm liking how it's all set up. I'm pretty sure, look, this is day one, so I'm pretty sure I'll adjust this kit in a different way as we move forward. Again, I'm not going to hold both of these knives in there, but just kind of putting it in here for effect, just so that you all can see it. And we'll get this closed up. And there it is. So, yeah, pleased with it so far. Again, you'll see a little bit of bulkiness coming out there. You know, hopefully it stretches over time, which I think it will. You know, if you've been in the military and dealt with this kind of material before, you know that it'll give way a little bit. So, super pleased with that. We'll come back to the main cam here. We'll give it a spin for a few weeks. I think I've got another one coming in the mail tomorrow, so I might outfit that one, and maybe, you know, we'll throw up a video and talk about it. Segueing back to the wallet, the Dango M1. You know, I've seen some, you know, setups where people have the admin bag, they also have their wallet in there too. But for this one, you know, definitely, you know, is not going to fit in here. Definitely would make it too bulky. But this is something that I've gotten used to keeping in my back pocket, especially with this lanyard piece here. So I'm really used to just, you know, pulling it, doing what I got to do, whether that's business cards or a card to make a payment or something. So, but so far, folks, this has been a solid wallet. I haven't had any desire to swap out. I did purchase this band. Originally, the one I got with it was more for like the horizontal. So I think it was for a different wallet. So shame on me. I purchased the wrong thing, right? So I went back and bought this one more for the vertical, and so I can get more cards and or cash, or, you know, extra business cards, that kind of thing. That has made things super convenient for this M1, this Dango M1. So really pleased with it so far. Loving the wallet. No objections at all. So, and to close out, we'll talk about the blacked out keychain. So we'll switch back to close-up shot here. And this was all sourced locally too, except for this one. This is OtterBox, but I wanted to get something, you know, blacked out as much as I could. You still have that white piece there. It's a air tag, but yeah, super pleased with this. So what we did is these night eyes. You can find these at your local hardware store. So again, back to the, hey, shop local. But what I love about these Night Eyes is, let's just say the key is in the ignition. So we'll kind of like role play there. But hey, you forgot something, you need to go back inside, and you don't exactly want to like take the key out of the ignition. So what I appreciate is I have a few options, here. So the probably not so great one is, hey, I can unhook here and now try to remove things from the bottom, as you can see there. So you see that's coming off, you see that's coming off. But I also have, with my other attachments, smaller versions of the Night Eyes clips. And so, like, hey, I gotta run back into the house, key is still in the ignition, and I could just reach down, and similar to the way this larger one is, I can, or actually you have to actually do a little bit something different. But as you can see there, there's this twisty part. Let's see if I can get this done in front of the camera. So it's so small, but you see this part here, you twist it, and then I can then remove it from the larger piece of the chain, of the clip. So boom, we're still in, but now I have my house key, and we're able to make way to the door, do what we got to do, and get back without taking the keys out of the ignition. I've actually had to do this a couple times, so I was like, man, that was super convenient. So we'll go ahead and clip this back, and boom, it's back to being secure. So really have loved the functionality of this so far. Also, shopping local, I did get a keychain flashlight from 511. This one was a little pricey. Let me see if I can pull it up. We might have got into the $30 range with this one. But yeah, super bright. And again, have used this as well. For some reason, motion sensor went off in the garage light. So, coming home, garage is pitch black. Been able to use this to navigate through the garage to get to the garage door and get into the house. So all super practical, and all basically sourced locally, except for this black loop keychain here. I got this off of Amazon. I couldn't quite find these locally, and you know what, let me stop lying, I did see these at Lowe's after the fact. So Lowe's does have these all black loops here. So yeah, Lowe's, Home Depot, you can get a complete blacked out keychain setup. And again, I do recommend these Night Eyes clips. They come in large versions, but also smaller ones as well. So so yeah, just wanted to get a video out before we got to the Super Bowl tomorrow. But yeah, Gadget EDC team, it's been super real. Really enjoying sharing the journey with you all. So as I said, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep throwing your comments in there, and we're just gonna keep reviewing stuff as we get in the door. So I'm a nut for EDC and gadgets. We're gonna keep buying it, and I'll keep sharing that journey with you. So have a great evening. Enjoy the Super Bowl if football is what you are into. If not, enjoy the commercials. So Gadget EDC out. Y'all have a good night.